Alright, let's look at some of these little bookies that I did when I was in the hippie commune. Let's see now. Alright. I think I did make all these books myself. Here's one. Beautiful. The End. I will beg, and it was perfect. This is what I need, this is what I need. Oh yes, 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 it was right, and you know it. Him, he gave to me this last time, though I couldn't really smell it. Craig has the option of reading this. Rid of me not. This is a little unconditional in my spare time, of course. It isn't over. We isn't dead. You isn't fair. I am your wife. I'm filling the book. You're filling the book. Fill my belly. I'm jealous too, and you're mine. You're going to believe unless I quit after all. I'm a reconsiderer. I don't know if I quit. I was type W1, then I met W2, we're neither and both. That's because this weird architectural paper in here says all curtain wall window framing systems are type W1 unless noted as W2. I still want that thing at a certain moment. Danger, my hairs are crossed. Your mom's W1 unless noted as W2. Again. You didn't pull your hand away, so now I know. Line, humbug. You and me, baby, we'll all be together. You'll come to trust in me. Let's play believe. I will chase you, you will love me. All along you were chasing me. What a swell containment of, put that in your book and burn it. Newish baby, blow my body. Little dude in my lap, so many three-leaf clovers, and on top of that, my boyfriend's got a new breastplate on. Sweet, soft man, now he cuddles me first. I'll give you PSCs to fuck me, just kidding. Could it really hurt to write or to read it later? I could probably take less next time and be just fine. So back, so forth. Must I really start again just because it's a new page? This party's got me thinking too hard. Where are those footsteps? Too moving, there's patterns all over the place. Man, you don't have to look in one spot either, although sometimes you can get the colors brighter that way. Can I feel the book? Can I bear it? Waves like sleep, like sneezing, like to stop. Awake still? Definitely. Going with you, then the guy comes in. There's an impatience. Who's the party tonight? My throat, my eyes sensate. I forgot there are doodles in here. I haven't been showing you. There I go, forcing it again. Calliope is going to read this. Dimension, the only way to describe it. Does anybody have a clue? Tell you twins till it comes true. Turn away a little accidentally. That's when my neck gets all tense, too much weight and predict, too much where's that spot, take turns till you're really kind of into hearing what he or she has to say. I hope it's okay that I'm standing here. I wonder what she hopes. This is me entertaining myself, this travel thing. Michael to the motherfucking rescue. And another change. The drumming starts again anytime. Just takes a while to relax these long parties. Who left early, who's staying much longer. Elle creeping in, shirts tucked, and toning the vibration. Don't force it. Michael to the rescue with that thing and his boy. Absolutely, it's going to be a whole night. I am my own librarian. I am stepping into journal speak, whistle, and sparkly necklace girl it as well. The fine, does someone good, the pressure, crowd louder, fill the book, books in boxes. This is why people draw people, a pose and gesture, steps and tries. The one making it, to smooth it, the combine, the stitched black paint, or perhaps a nice pen. Books and boxes, old days and doodles, to books and boxes. You confusing love. Delicate superlative baby in the waiting room wing. It is a nice place to sit and write. Ponchoing excuse, visitation, a way in. Not glad to see me, send me away. Not glad to see me go, send me away. Give it a try, bite it for a while. Bite it, you'll like it. There's osmosis in the air, how fast to fill up. Ooh, ooh, I can still trace it. The beginning. I believe I actually wrote that backwards. So I read it backwards, but that's okay. Now then, what is this? Book was made out of a Krispy Kreme box. Ahem. W24, armpits 30, much bicycles perfecta. I don't think that was my handwriting. Hamilton House, between Wolf Den and Lost Boys, Tuesday, War Week, Battlefield, Beowulf, 1 p.m. I think maybe this is the Penzic. Got some chord progressions. Here's a chord progression. Whatever that is, that's not my writing. Recycled paper. Ahem. You know what? I think this is actually... This just has chord progressions in it. That's not actually a journal. Now then. From Thoreau, no man ever followed his genius till it misled him. All nature is your congratulation. Many an irksome noise go a long way off is heard as music, a proud sweet satire on the meanness of our lives. Thoreau. We are all sculptors and painters, and our material is our own flesh and blood and bones. Any nobleness begins at once to refine a man's features, any meanness or sensuality to imbrute them. Little is to be expected of that day, if it can be called a day, to which we are not awakened by our genius, but by the mechanical nudgings of some servitor. It matters not what the clocks say, or the attitudes and labors of men. Morning is when I am awake, and there is a dawn in me. In an imperfect work, time is an ingredient, but into a perfect work, time does not enter. No such affront can be offered to a friend as a conscious goodwill, a friendliness which is not necessity of the friend's nature. Did I just write a whole bunch of Thoreau in here? Thoreau. A hero's love is as delicate as a maiden's. Beware lest thy friend learn at last to tolerate one frailty of thine, and so an obstacle be raised to the progress of thy love. Let the friend know that those faults which he observes in his friend, his own faults attract. Confucius said to contract ties of friendship with any one is to contract friendship with his virtue. There ought not to be any other motive in friendship. A false friend's smile, false smile. Now then. Wah! It was a lot of fun, yo people. Barney to the Barney is the anti, and so is Obama. I'm going to be real and not try too hard. I will work hard in my work, but I will get over my anxiety. Stuff for website, pictures of jewelry, pictures of art, recordings of music, writings, heartofaharper.com. No longer my website. I let it lapse. Now, when I see you, I don't even know if you look. I am muy ocupada, not looking. Not looking is my new job now. I didn't look at your new haircut. I won't look when I go to see your fraternity's recital next month. I'm going to find a way to talk to you without looking. Bruised Ego says the book go, yes. A blow to my ego is your ignoring the last message I sent, me breaking down, and an apology, and an explanation. I don't even know if you read it. Genius is more often found in a cracked pot than in a whole one. E.B. White. The difference between insanity and genius is measured only by success. Ruth Firestein. Those whom the gods love die young. Herodotus. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Albert Einstein. Passion is a positive obsession. Obsession is a negative passion. Paul Carvel. I think this is when I was reading Was it The Death of Genius? The book about how all these geniuses died. A genius is one who can do anything except make a living. Joey Lauren Adams. Genius is a spiritual greed. V.S. Pritchett. The artist is extremely lucky who is presented with the worst possible ordeal, which will not actually kill him. At that point, he's in business. John Berryman. Nothing shows a man's character more than what he laughs at. Goethe. A celebrity is one who is known to many persons. He is glad he doesn't know. Lord Byron. When God gives you a gift, he also hands you a whip, and the whip is intended for self-flagellation solely. Truman Capote. Catullus wrote early erotic poems. Lady Chatterley's lover, D.H. Lawrence. Doctors are just the same as lawyers. The only difference is that lawyers merely rob you, whereas doctors rob you and kill you too. Anton Chekhov. A man loses his sense of direction after 4 drinks. A woman loses hers after 4 kisses. H.L. Mencken. Since when was genius found respectable? Elizabeth Barrett Browning. I am so happy because today I found my friends. They're in my head. Kurt Cobain. A weakness natural to superior and to little men, when they have committed a fault, is to wish to make it pass as a work of genius. François de Chateaubriand. Every sin is the result of collaboration. Walter Russell. We know that nature of genius is to provide idiots with ideas 20 years later. Louis Aragon. I hate to go to bed, I hate to get up, and I hate to be alone. Tallulah Bankhead. Diogenes returned to animality. People who drink to drown their sorrow should be told that sorrow knows how to swim. Ann Landers. A drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts. Steve Fergosi. First you take a drink, then the drink takes a drink, then the drink takes you. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart said, neither a lofty degree of intelligence nor imagination nor both together go to the making of genius. Love, 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 that is the soul of genius. Gosh, he was optimistic. Flynn's Flying Fuckers. Women won't let me stay single, and I won't let myself stay married. Errol Flynn. I don't do drugs, I am drugs. Salvador Dali. Madeleine L'Engle said, to produce good art, your intuition and your intellect should be working together making love. When you lie down with dogs, you get up with dogs. Jean Harlow. An intelligent man is sometimes forced to be drunk to spend time with fools for whom the bell tolls. Kings are not born, they are made by universal hallucination. George Bernard Shaw. The greatest monarch on the proudest throne is obliged to sit upon his own arse. Benjamin Franklin. Bohemia is nothing more than the little country in which you do not live. O. Henry. Civilized men are more discourteous than savages, because they know they can be impolite without having their skulls split. E. Howard Hunt. Drugs That Shape Men's Minds, a book by Aldous Huxley. A novelist has a specific poetic license, which also applies to his own life. Jerzy Kosinski. Opera is when a guy gets stabbed, and instead of bleeding, he sings. Ed Gardner. I am finally out of things to write about you. All that is left is for you to come back. Come sit next to me. I will be so quiet. I will be sweet. I will even stay pretty. This is a campaign promise. Re-elect me for the next recess. The thing for me to do right now is go away and do it to some paper and cloth. Everything I would like to inflict on you will find on a canvas somewhere under your bed. If a woman hasn't got a tiny streak of harlot in her, She's a dry stick as a rule. D.H. Lawrence. The intermediate stage between socialism and capitalism is alcoholism, Norman Brenner. Take me to your leader. Take your leader. Take your leader to me. That dude is so undesirable. But then, what was it when I said I never know when to speak or be quiet, and he said, that's when you know you have chemistry with someone, when you don't have to use words. He was so convincing and reassuring, and it was one of those compassionate moments, and I said, but I don't know if you're feeling what I'm feeling, or if we understand each other. I am so confused. And he reverted back to, you ask too many questions. Oh, why did he touch me at the exact right moment in the car? It melted me and made me mad for being melted. I told him, you seem clueless, but sometimes I think you're not. He was intimate tonight. Did he like it? Will it come again? But I said, why? And he raised a finger and said, how about I tell you tomorrow after the football game? I said, yeah, right, good night. And walked away, leaving him to let himself out. This is not the first time I have felt angry at him as he left. But the other times Tonight I just knew I couldn't. It wouldn't have been the taking... It would have been like taking acid when you're bummed out, depressed. Not a good idea. I don't want him to only want... But that is what it seems like when he leaves. The joke is on me because I was the one who wanted to sleep with him without consequences. I was fooling myself. Maybe he fooled me by not kissing first, made me think it was my decision, when really he is just patient as patient. This is a non-eloquent reminder of tonight. He kept bringing up a subject that bothered me intensely, and when I broke down and explained myself, he laughed. Then we talked more. Important talk. I was intending to stay composed as I was driving. We got back and came to my room, and I was feeling some closeness with him. And for once it was me who struggled to meet his gaze, but I persevered. And I read his palm, and I had Joanna Newsom on the second half of Have One on Me, and we kissed some, but I was so vulnerable. The music reminded me of sadness and doubt and some regret and more doubt, and I turned it off. Then he nearly pushed me on the bed and pressed into me, but I was too vulnerable. I told him, I am too emotional for this tonight. I will start saying crazy shit to you, and you will get all freaked out. I saw his face. He really wanted to. Long story short, I walked him to the door. Do you like me or what? What is this? He looked shocked, but said, I like you, and it was believable. He said, there aren't many women I like on campus. It's a compliment. Brandy makes Alanis so friendly. Find me slowly. Battle-worn brawler. Say 3 times fast. I can't even say it 1 time slow. Ahem. Ser cultos para ser libres. Disgrace weekend. She loves everything old-fashioned except respect. Why did the math book kill itself? It had too many problems. Sing the Pierrot song from Star. God's gift to skinny trombone players.